Take a moment to imagine a modern world where you can commute to your day job on a levitating hover train within seconds. Or a futuristic society where everyone has access to phones that have nearly unlimited battery power, zero heat production, and use quantum chips that are 1 billion times faster than your current phone. Well, if we are to believe the South Korean scientists who recently claimed to have discovered this room temperature ambient pressure superconductor known as LK99, then that future is a lot closer than you think. These scientists released 2 non-peer-reviewed papers about the LK99 superconductor, and as you can imagine, scientists around the world are currently clamoring to replicate their results. The superconductor is said to be a game changer, but before you can understand why this is such a big deal, you first need to know what a superconductor is. The regular conductors are just materials that allow electricity or electrons to flow through them, like aluminum, copper wires, high-voltage transmission lines, ionized gas like fluorescent light bulbs, and even salt water. The problem with these conductors is that as electrons flow through them, they meet some resistance, and that resistance causes heat. This is why our computers need fans and why power lines always have to run at very high voltages. At the end of the day, this is not the most ideal situation. Now that's where these superconductors come in. They are materials that can transfer electricity in a way that there is zero resistance. This is obviously a better option, but there's a catch. They only work in super cool temperatures like absolute zero, and even worse, it works best under extreme pressure, like the Ocean Gate Titan kind of pressure. Of course, with conditions like this, they are pretty much useless when it comes to practical applications. Well, except for highly specialized MRI machines. The superconductors also come in 2 types that have interesting magnetic properties. For type 1 superconductors, they drive out all magnetic fields when transitioning to a superconducting state. This is known as the Meissner effect. And there is the type 2 superconductors that don't completely drive out magnetic fields and can operate at relatively higher temperatures, making them more suitable for practical applications. But the LK99 superconductor operates on a different and even more impressive level. This is because it operates at room temperature with ambient air pressure. Imagine the endless possibilities, and it's even actually really easy to cook up. First, you need lead oxide and some lead sulfate. When you heat that up to 725 degrees Celsius for 24 hours, you are going to get some lanarkite. Next, you simply create some copper phosphide with a vacuum. Mix it all up together, heat it up, and you get yourself some LK99. It sounds so simple, so we had no doubt that other scientists would be able to cook it up in no time. So what would the future look like if this superconductor is built and successfully replicated across the globe? Right off the bat, one of the things that would change is the speed of trains. We aren't just talking about slightly faster trains. We mean trains that are exponentially faster than the kind we have right now. The problem with trains as they are is that they have to ride on the tracks. And this causes some friction, which in turn leads to less speed. But with the LK99, you can expect a super fast train that glides above the tracks as opposed to running on them. Imagine trains that don't just fly on the ground, but also take people from one point to another in no time at all. The rides will be smoother and much more comfortable without the vibrations and noise caused by the wheels on the tracks. Not to mention the possibility that they can also accelerate and decelerate much more efficiently, which makes them safer. The environment will also be better for it because this kind of train may be more eco-friendly since it will produce 0 direct emissions. But that is just for trains. The LK99 is said to ensure lightning-fast processing. Yes, you heard that right. The superconductors will bring very amazing changes to the world of computers. With the LK99, we could be looking at super-duper computers with fast processing at lightning speed. The CPU, which is essentially the brain of the computer, would be able to perform calculations very quickly, such that everything done on the computer would feel instant. Slow booting and slow loading of software may very well be a thing of the past with the LK99. From playing games to browsing the internet or even running complex applications on the computer. Whatever the case may be, everything would happen in a flash. With superconducted computers, you can expect games to run at their highest possible settings without any lagging. Imagine the immersive experience you would get from this. The superconductors can be used to create highly efficient storage for solar power energy. We mean if the excess energy generated during sunny days can be stored more efficiently and released whenever needed, then we would have a continuous and reliable supply of clean energy. You can expect that superconductors will play a crucial role in ensuring a stable electricity grid by using superconducting materials in power transmission and distribution systems. With the LK99, the grid should become more resilient to power surges and fluctuations, which could very well prevent occasional blackouts. Batteries are not left out. The LK99 will speed up the possibility of longer-lasting batteries, as superconductors can store energy with minimal loss. The superconducting materials can also enable ultra-fast charging for batteries. Imagine charging your phone or tablet in a matter of seconds. The LK99 could possibly increase the convenience of using electronic devices. So, as you can see, the practical applications of the LK99 superconductor are nearly impossible to understate. We mean electronics will not just become faster, they will also become more efficient. Medical tech would become cheaper, and in the long run, more accessible as well. With the LK99 superconductor, we may have opened the door to frictionless transportation and quantum computing, not to mention the improvement on energy efficiency. Just in case you got a little too excited and were already thinking about making investments in stocks like a levitating train, you might want to hold off on that for a moment. As fascinating as it all sounds on paper, we could not help but wonder if it was just a load of BS. And if you actually take a closer look, you will realize that the LK99 superconductor may be a distant dream. A lot of scientists and smart people have been vocal about their skepticism of the LK99. To begin with, the LK99 has been compared to the highest temperature superconductors of today. These operate at -20 degrees Celsius and require pressures of 25 million psi, and this comparison led to a lot of drama. There were just too many conflicting theories on how the superconductor could go wrong, not to mention the fact that the LK99 paper may have been uploaded without everyone on the team being on board. Some infighting amongst the researchers, or maybe the superconductor is not as viable as the paper made it seem. Nobody knows. Whatever the case may be, not everyone in the global scientific community is having it. Just a couple of weeks after the LK99 paper was released by 6 Korean scientists, their global peers have shot down all claims regarding the all-powerful LK99. Several scientific institutes, including the Condensed Matter Theory Center, or CMTC of Maryland, have all come forward to repudiate the claims that a compound of lead, copper, phosphorus, and oxygen dubbed LK99 exhibits superconductivity at room temperatures and ambient atmospheric pressures. In their social media post, they said, "With a great deal of sadness, we now believe that the game is over," and even went on to conclude that the LK99 is not a superconductor, not even at room temperatures or at very low temperatures. Perhaps we are still miles behind when it comes to developing a perfectly applicable superconductor. But if this deep dive into the possibility of the LK99 superconductor intrigues you, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories in the future.